It was really a beautiful day. My family was happy. Drew's family was even happier as he held my hand and walked me down the aisle. Meanwhile, Heather, my twin sister, was in the other room crying in her underwear. I was putting on her wedding gown which I just borrowed minutes ago, and no one could imagine it wasn't her. Though I could see everyone was smiling, I knew it wasn't going to last long. The evil plan I had in mind for this bully in the person of Drew was going to shock everyone in a few minutes from now. I wanted to get to the altar before unveiling my carefully planned diabolical plan. My name is Gwen, and let me tell you exactly what led to this horrible day. Well, at least it was a horrible day for Heather and Drew, but not for me. I was taking my revenge. On who exactly? When Heather and I were born from a very tender age, the difference was clear. Though we looked exactly the same, we never sounded the same. The doctor said I was born with a rare tracheal malformation that gave me a horrible sounding voice. When I spoke, it sounded like sharp objects were scratching and squishing together to produce a very annoying and irritating sound. Not to talk of when I tried to sing. Everyone admitted that Heather and I were equally beautiful, but they didn't think of us as the same because of my voice. Few people could stand to listen to me talk. Even our mom once told me not to greet a special guest who came home, but allow Heather to do the greeting. That is when I understood why the statement goes, the voice of an angel and not the beauty of an angel. You have no idea how miserable my life was in college. People kept mistaking one of us for the other, but the only way they would tell is if they asked me to say something. The moment they heard my very horrible voice, they were certain that I wasn't the angelic twin they were after. I felt so lonely and outcast. Heather, on the other hand, was the star of the school, gorgeous with an angelic voice to add. She didn't care if I was happy or not. She had the fortune that her twin competition was eliminated from birth with a birth defect. Mom's favorite, daddy's favorite, our pastor's favorite. Well, everyone liked her but me. I ended up reducing myself to a deaf and dumb. I will pretend I didn't hear so that I won't have to speak. That way they won't have to listen and insult my poor voice. Heather had all my high school crushes running after her, and she had a hard time choosing, nor did she even want to choose. She enjoyed seeing them fight for her attention. Of course, at first I was jealous, like I've always been jealous of her, but I had come to accept my fate that I'll be better off single for life. One afternoon on my way out of class, I met the science professor who took me by the side and told me he had something that could help me. He said he also had a daughter who had a speech impediment of a different nature, so he had been working night and day to invent something that will help her. However, his daughter had no interest in experimenting with his equipment. She stuttered but apparently had become an advocate for people like her and was proud of who she was. She felt solving her predicament would be letting down on all her fellow speech impediment activists. As for me, I was sick and tired of being called the Beauty and the Beast. My voice was the beast and I volunteered to try the experiment. It turns out this professor had designed a device